Let me start this video off by apologizing first for, as you know from my last video, I was getting ready to move and I left the Airbnb in Emus and I moved into my new home in Bacoor City. So needless to say, there were probably 25 different things I needed to take care of here. And because of the condition of the home, I had cleaning ladies in here for several days after we moved in. It's now been just a little over 2 weeks now since I've been in the place. And if you stick around to the end there, I will include a short video of a walkthrough of the place so you can see it all. But what a relief getting out of an Airbnb and actually moving into my first place. The neighborhood's nice here. I haven't been able to integrate into the community as much as I would like to because I've been so busy. And I really haven't gotten out in this neighborhood. I've been out several times making purchases for things that I needed for the house and things like that. But I really haven't gotten to meet many people around me here. But one of the things I do want to stress is that being here now and being in my own place, it let me know my commitment, okay? Because obviously I signed a lease to live here for 6 months. So that kind of changes your perspective on things because now you're not just feeling the place out any longer, okay? I mean, 6 months is a pretty decent commitment to it, but my point in only signing a 6-month lease is because I'm just not sure exactly where I want to live yet, okay? So I thought that 6 months would be a great test for somewhere. If I could have gotten a 3-month, I probably would have done that, but that wasn't on the table, so I really didn't have that option. But unlocking the door for the first time with a key and walking into your own place, it kind of gives you a different feeling for where you're at and the journey itself, you know, that you've actually arrived and you're doing this, okay? So you tend to jump in with both feet at that point, okay? Because if you're gonna do it, you may as well do it 100%, and that's pretty much what I've done. I chose the 6-month lease, being the shortest one I could, basically was because the owner of this house has it on the market right now for sale. So I figured there's people been looking at the place. So I may be able to get out of this in under 6 months if they can get commitment on a sale, and they would still need a few months to do all the transfers and everything like that. So it would give me time to scout a new area that maybe I want to try next. So that's kind of it. You know, what are my hopes? You know, my hopes are, I'm obviously committed to what I'm doing right now. So I would hope that the relationship continues to prosper as it is. Uncertainties. I don't think we ever get away from uncertainties because we always have little nagging things in the back of our mind. Okay, you think about home, you think about some of the family maybe that you miss, and that's real. You know, every time I speak with my daughter, I have that little nagging feeling in the back, you know, and I look forward to my first visit. It probably won't be till next year sometime, but you know, it's still there. You can't deny that. And you know, these are the things that I think you need to really face before you come here. You know, it would be good. I wish I had had an opportunity myself to come here maybe for a month or so and just explore a little bit, you know, before I made the full commitment, because I took a one-way ticket here. So, I mean, sure, I could buy a ticket home anytime, but I mean, it's just, I wasn't trying to do that, okay? I wanted to make sure that I was gonna do this. I was pretty much fed up with life in the US. I divorced 10 years, living alone, cooking one-person meals, a couple times a day and stuff. And there's a loneliness that comes with that after retirement. And I'm going to get into that in another video later, but I'd like to dig down on it. But I mean, I just wanted to talk briefly about this. Sitting down and having my first cup of coffee in my own place the next morning was kind of a big event for me. I look around the place and I'm quite pleased with, my decision here as far as the place is. I mean, it's beautiful. As Filipino homes go, you'll see they run the gambit. Some nicer than others. These are a little closer together in the neighborhood than, maybe I'd prefer. I don't have a backyard, which I really wish I did. I would like to have a nice sized garden. Instead of that, I have probably about 10 or 12 big planting pots outside that I've already planted vegetables and different things in them. So I did get some of that stuff started. And I guess, the only other thing I want to talk about is about the journey up to this point. It's been interesting, it's been surprising. Being with a Filipino from day 4 on has made it much easier. I will admit that. She's a tough negotiator, so I really don't have to run into any of that stuff when we're out and I'm in the stores and different places. And I've made a few major purchases already. But she's the type that she'll negotiate down to the last 5 or 10 pesos with someone, especially in the open markets and different places like that with the tricycle drivers and stuff, because skin tax is a reality here, okay? And when they see one of us from the US or from the West in general, they definitely tax us a little bit more. And not that it's staggering. I mean, it's not going to change anyone's life, okay? But it's there nonetheless. That's all. But I think my experience so far has been a positive one. I am involved with a great Filipino family who is available anytime I need help with anything. And I think I said earlier, they all have jobs, they all work. No one asks for anything. Everyone supports themselves. And I mean, it goes contrary to maybe videos you may have watched. Okay, but these are just things you need to figure out for yourself if you do come here to meet someone, and you do, okay? You have to really be aware of the red flags, okay? Because believe me, they present themselves, okay? And if you have any kind of intelligence, you'll spot them. Don't ignore them. That's the only thing I can warn you of. That's probably the best advice that I can give you. I appreciate you watching. I do have a couple videos planned here, so I appreciate anyone subscribing, liking the video if you do, and sharing it if you would. And please, and I would beg for the comments, okay? Because I'd like to know what direction maybe someone wants to go, something maybe you need to know. I promise you I'll research it and we'll do something about it, okay? And if you found something interesting or helpful in this video, please, by all means, don't miss the next one, okay? Take care, and thank you again. I appreciate you listening.
Thank you.